YouTube. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Smokey's World. Man, I hope everybody's had a very good week. Man, I hope y'all was running it up, getting that bag. Hopefully somebody secured some contracts, got a gig. I hope it was profitable for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But, it's that time, I appreciate everybody that tuned in to the first video that I did. We got some very good feedback on that video. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I hope y'all got some great information, and you were able to take those things and, get out there and get it cracking. You know what I mean? But today, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Last time I gave you guys kind of an overview. We talked about a lot of shit. So today, we're going to do like 2 areas of focus. So today we're going to talk about routes versus stat orders. And we also going to give y'all some tools. A lot of people want to know, well, how do I get started? What do I need? This, that, and the other. So cool. We're going to talk about all that today. All right. So we're going to jump straight into it. And I figured that we would kick it off, with the routes versus stat orders, because a lot of you guys are probably watching this video because you're new and you're trying to figure out, how to go about getting your foot in the door and things that you're gonna need and stuff like that. But I feel like this is important. I wish somebody would have told me this in the beginning and I could have, maybe picked things a little bit differently. But I mean, this business is always growing, you guys. Just because I have a contract that I'm doing right now doesn't mean that I'm not always out looking for something better, because, you're an independent contractor. You should never fall in love with a company or fall in love with a contract, because at the end of the day, these people will still replace you, right? Always be looking for something better. You know what I'm saying? Being loyal is only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you so far. I'm just trying to tell you from personal experience. And keep in mind, y'all, when I do these videos, I say this time and time again. I'm going to keep saying it. I can only speak on my personal experiences. I can't tell you, from somebody else's personal experiences. I can only speak from mine. So with that being said, let's get into it. So let's talk about routes versus stat orders, right? And why this is important. A lot of y'all just, dipping your toes in the water, trying to get a feel for it and see what's going on. But ultimately, you need to kind of have this decided in your head before you just go out and start throwing in bids or, putting your hat in the ring, because some of y'all not going to be able to run like you think you're going to be able to run, especially those of y'all with small kids. If you don't have anybody to watch your kids and stuff like that, or you have a family life at home, you know what I'm saying? This isn't like a job where, you know for a fact that every day I'm gonna just only have to work from 9 to 6. You can't get a contract like that, you know what I'm saying, which would be considered a route, but some people do on-demand orders for certain time limits as well. So let's talk about the difference, right? For those of y'all that don't know what a route is versus stat order, obviously a route is just what it sounds, right? Let's say you have a dedicated route. You go in at 9 a.m. and you pick up, 150 orders, and all 150 orders have to be delivered by 5 or 6 or whatever the case may be. Then you have a route. My contract that I currently have right now, I do a route as well, but my route is a little bit different. I have 3 separate times of the day where I pick up orders, which is 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. But I also do stat orders for them as well. So what's a stat order? So a stat order, or some people call them on-demand orders, it's self-explanatory. The dispatcher order might come through and they need somebody to come get it right now. No matter what you're doing, you have to drop what you're doing and go pick up that stat order and take it to where it's supposed to go, because obviously, it's medical. In medical field, stat means right now, sense of urgency. You got to be moving, right? So there are going to be contracts that you guys are going to be able to secure that are going to be, strictly just a route, and that might be a better option for you if you don't want the hecticness that comes with, doing on demand and stat orders, because depending on how the contract is, who the company is, like some of them stat orders get crazy. I talked about this a bit in my first video. My contract that I had with Crossroads Courier, it was all stat orders. It was not a route, it was all stat orders. So all day long they would just be throwing different shit on me. Go over here, 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 go over here. And it's not like, I guess sometimes they do their best to, try to keep you like within certain areas, but I mean, it was some days when I mean, I was just all over Nevada. I mean, some days I probably ran like 300-400 miles, y'all. I'm not even bullshitting. So you need to be careful with those stat orders. Please, please, please make sure you're reading your contract, y'all. If you want to do stat orders, cool. Just make sure that the pay is there to go with it. You need to be making a certain amount of money per mile, because you are probably going to put more miles on your car doing stat orders than you are on a route. It could go the opposite. You know what I'm saying? It could go the opposite. You never really know with this business. But read your contract. You definitely want to be making a certain amount of money per mile if you're just going to be running like back-to-back orders like that all day. And for those of y'all that don't really know like what's a good starting place, everybody is different. Okay, everybody is different. Everybody have a different goal, a different amount of money that they want to make. But I will throw my number out there. I don't give a fuck if I'm driving Uber, Medical Curry, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever. I need to at minimum be making $1 per mile. That's me. That's my cutoff. If it's less than $1 per mile, I don't fuck with it. It's not worth my time. Gas is expensive in Nevada. So, you know, you got to decide what your number is and how low you willing to go. Because some people don't even pay, you know what I'm saying, that much. My specific contract that I have right now, I get a base pay for the order and I get 85 cents per mile. So total, it equals out to about $1 per mile, you know, with my personal contract that I have right now. So you guys need to think about that while you're out here and you're looking for these contracts and you throw your hat in the ring. Do you want to do a route, or do you want stat orders, or are you okay with doing both? I will say that if you are the person that can do both, you will probably have more opportunities and make more money than somebody that can only do either or. Like I just said, my current contract that I hold through Courier, excuse me, ooh, that was nasty. My current contract that I hold through Courier, you guys, I do both. I have a dedicated route. I just told you guys what times I pick up: 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m. And during that time, I also do stat orders for them as well. So it goes either way. You know, that's how I make the most money. That's probably how you will make the most money, because in this game, it's all about availability, right? If you want to be able to make a lot of money, you have to make yourself available. And sometimes that's going to mean working 7 days a week, because I'll tell y'all right now, I work 7 days a week. It's very rare that I'm taking a day off, because my contract orders can come out any day of the week. I done did orders Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just literally just did an order, you know, earlier today. It's Saturday, you know, and it might be a couple orders that are going out tomorrow. So you have to make yourself available for these opportunities when they come along, if that's what you want to do. If you're going to be picky and nitpick and, you know, oh, I can only work these days and do this, that's cool. But keep in mind, this is not a job. Okay, it's not a job. You're an independent contractor. You have to make the opportunities for yourself. So if you do not make yourself available, you will have less opportunities. So if you can run a route and stat orders, you probably going to be able to be a little bit more successful, like I said, than somebody that can only do either or. However, some of y'all going to get lucky and you're going to find a fat ass fucking route, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be paying good, and then you don't have to do stat orders. Or you might find a company that's paying crazy on the stat orders and you don't have to do a route. If that's what works better for you, then do it. But you need to have it figured out before you just get out here and start throwing your hat in the ring. Or you can be like me and you can just take the contract anyways and get out there and see what they have to offer. And if you don't like it, walk away, because you're an independent contractor and you can do that, okay? Just walk the fuck away. Don't waste your time. Don't be out here tearing up your fucking car working for pennies and shit, okay? That's not a good look. All right. So we're going to leave it right there on the routes versus stat orders. Like I said, that's mostly self-explanatory. And we're going to jump into some tools, all right? So I'm going to give y'all some great tools that you can use, that you need to be successful in doing this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna throw a little story in here too, right? I moved to Vegas from Illinois almost 2 years ago now. So I've been in Vegas for, you know, quite some time. But, you know, moving here, I didn't really know, you know, like I've been to Vegas several times, but, you know, you don't really know your way around residential areas and all type of stuff like this. And this can be a problem, because in this line of work, you have to, you know, have some knowledge of where you're driving to, or at least be able to know how to navigate with GPS, right? So obviously GPS is going to be a great tool. Cool. Use whatever fucking system you want. I don't want nobody in here trying to debate with me and tell me, well, this GPS is better than this. Y'all know what's up. Waze, Google Maps, Apple Apple Maps. You know, some maps come with their own in-app navigation. Have a fucking GPS system, okay? Because even though some of y'all have been living in these areas y'all whole lives and stuff, one thing that GPS can do that you cannot is, you know, let's say it's taking you a longer way, right, on the GPS, and you thinking to yourself like, oh, well, I know a shortcut, and you're gonna take your shortcut and it's a traffic accident right here, or traffic is backed up right here, but you thinking in your mind that, oh, I've lived here for a while, I know this way is faster. Now you sitting in a fucking accident. You cannot predict shit like that, but the GPS can. Let the GPS do what the fuck it's designed to do. It's designed to get you there on the fastest route. I don't care if you've been living here 20, 30 years, whatever. You know where you're going. Cool. Don't listen. You know, do what you got to do. Do what works for you, right? New people, use the GPS, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, it's going to save your life. It's going to save you time. You know what I'm saying? If you do know a faster route and you can guarantee that it ain't nothing going on that road, cool. But here, out here in Las Vegas, it's an accident on every fucking corner. Every corner, all different times of the day. Y'all know that. People can't drive out here, right? I can't predict when it's going to be accidents or road closures or construction and shit. But the GPS already knows that shit. That's what the fuck it's there for. You know, they updating it. It got the AI and shit. We need all that. You know what I'm saying? We need all that. So I'm gonna show y'all the first tool that I'm gonna show y'all is a biggie for me. This is one of the first tools that I had. Even if you don't do medical courier, if you just drive Uber, do DoorDash, whatever, this is a tool that you need. Before I say this, because you know it's always a smart ass out there that got something extra to say, before I show y'all this app, please understand there are probably a million other apps out there that are just like this. This is just the one that I use. Please find the one that works for you and, you know, get it done. You know what I'm saying? But this app I'm getting ready to show y'all, it's called Gridwise. Keep in mind, I don't get paid, you know, by any of these companies to tell y'all about these apps. These are gems. This is free information for you. Take it, use it, run with it, do what you gotta do. The first app I'm gonna show y'all is called Gridwise, okay? Gridwise is a tracker app, and I'm gonna actually turn my phone around and hope my iPad, right? All right, so Gridwise, okay? I'm gonna tap on this so y'all can see. This is what the app looks like. And actually here, I will turn this off for a second because I'm actually at the TNC lot. Y'all see what's up? I'm at the TNC lot about to do a little Uber, so I'm gonna show y'all, okay? Please don't mind my numbers. I just told you I work 7 days a week, so I don't have all my numbers entered in here. But this is actually a good example. So this app tracks your mileage, okay? You track your mileage here. You can literally add in anything that you like. It will track your mileage, your earning, your expenses. You can use stuff like this for your tax reports, all right? If you pay for the premium version, which I do. I am a Plus member. And if you're a Plus member, you can also do the automatic tracking where you don't actually have to turn this button on to start tracking, okay? Right now, I like to track my own shit. I don't be liking the robots and shit. So you turn it on, it starts tracking, and then you turn it off. When you turn it off, you can add in your earnings. Y'all see I already have several, you know, apps on here. Some of them sync automatically, and some of them I like to manually input because it takes a little bit longer. But most of the apps and things that people use nowadays will sync automatically, okay? Here, like I said, you can add in expenses, and this is very detailed, okay? It's gonna break down your earnings, your net income after your expenses, your hours, your mileage, how many trips you took, how much money you made per hour, okay? Per mile, per trip. This is all important information that you guys need to know because you need to be tracking your money. You need to make sure you're hitting your goals before, you know, and after your expenses. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to make sure that that's in there. It breaks down by the day. I mean, it's a lot of shit on here. You can go to insights, okay? These are my earning trends right now. It's also telling me where to drive at to make the most money. Right now it's saying Charleston Heights. It's telling me where to drive at. I can't remember if this is part of the paid version, but you know, whatever, you know, this is what the app does. It's telling me where to drive at to make the most money, okay? Where to drive. This is Las Vegas, Nevada. It's telling me the hot spots right now, okay? And that's for food. Look at this. It breaks down even further. What if I don't want to do food delivery and I want to drive rideshare? I want to do Uber or Lyft. Boom. It's telling me where I can get the most money at. All right, different events that are in the area near you. Oh God. Look at this shit. Alright, fuck the events. We'll come back to that. The airport, for my people that like to run the airport trips, it's going to tell you the arrivals, peak arrival times throughout the day. The further back you can go depends on if you have the paid version or not. If you want to be able to see like flights and shit coming in later in the day, you need the paid version. Notice this is arrivals. You can also do departures. Alright. If you want to see when flights are going out, when people going to be flying out, so you know when you need to be in the area to give them flights, you know what I'm saying? Cool, right? So we get the idea, right? Like I said, events, all different type of stuff in the area, so you know when it's going to be busting out here if you driving Uber or whatever. But like I said, this is a great tool to have. Like I said, some of y'all will need this for your tax purposes and stuff. You can literally do, you know, by the week and the year, and at the end of the year it's gonna give you all your reports and everything, you know what I'm saying? Please don't worry about my numbers. I be fucking my shit up, y'all, because I use a lot of different apps and stuff, but this is my main app that I use. Okay, I said that app is called Gridwise. It is a great tool to have. There are several other ones out there. I've tried a couple of them, Mile IQ, all type of stuff like that, y'all, you know what I'm saying? This is just my preferred app. I really like this one. It's grown on me. I love the benefits that I get, you know what I'm saying? You also get some benefits and stuff. I'm not gonna go into all that, but it is available on the Play Store for my Android people, and also in the Apple Store. As you can see, I do have it on my iPad. I also have it on my phone as well. But it's a great app, y'all. It's a great tool to have. Get the app, you know what I'm saying? Get the app, or get an app just like it, you know what I'm saying? Because you need to be tracking your mileage. You need to be tracking your earnings and your expenses. You need to know this stuff. All right, get the app. The app is called Gridwise. Okay, write that down, keep it, make sure you have it, or use another one. Like I said, Mile IQ, there's so many of them. Get you a tracking app. All right, the next tool we're going to talk about, this is a big one, especially for me as a medical courier. You know, not so much when I do my Uber, but when I do my medical courier, this is a must-use app for me. Okay, and I just got up on this app not too long ago, but it is a must-use app. All right, this app, I'm gonna turn my screen up because I feel like it's harder to see like that. Okay, so this app is called Route for Me. I know y'all see that, Route for Me. Okay, it does have a paid version. All these apps have a paid and a free version. Let me start by saying that you do not have to pay for the subscription. If you just want the app and you just want to be able to, you know, use it, whatever, cool. You don't have to have a subscription. As you guys can see on this one, I actually do not have the subscription. Okay, but it's exactly what it says it is. The app is called Route for Me. You can select the plan. Let's see how much the plans cost. So for the plans, here's the pricing. All right, it's $10 a month, or it's $80 for the whole year. Okay, this is what you get if you do their subscription. You get unlimited routes,